Students, KTHM College, Department of Political Science. Myself Chandanshive Vasudha welcome you all again for the subject Human Values and Human Right, which is credit based subject for the semester 1 for all the PG classes. So students, in the previous lecture we have gone through the very basic concept of the human values and human rights. So we will learn about the human values in this today's lecture, which is the human values in means of the dignity, liberty, equality, justice, unity in diversity, and ethics and morals. Okay, so we will move further, students. Students, uh, the basic concept of human values, we will see the significance of value. First of all, the significance of value. Value is value in generally is a part of philosophy, and philosophy is one of the basic subject which deals with the basic problem of mankind. So, in its discourse, it deals with the issues such as existence, knowledge, value, reasons, mind, and languages. A theoretical perspective developed by the various theoreticians, mainly based on a rational approach with the critical outlook. Basing on the parameters of value, a number of other aspects developed to regulate the behavioral pattern of man. These values, such as dignity, liberty, equality, ethics, and morals, and extra where there are many values, had that significant impact to shape the human relation in society. So, this philosophical concept has a profound impact on law. And the main aim and function of law in any society is to regulate the relation between man and to avoid the intensity of conflict, to promote peace, security, good and orderly behavior of mankind, to establish a conflict free society, as all we know. This being the main function of law, it absorbs all the essential tools from every field of study with a critical outlook. This in turn will help to analyze each issue and lay norms to develop a rational humankind to achieve maximum result in that interrelationships with each other. Since the concept of right and its exercise and regulation, certain round basing on a number of values developed from ancient to modern times, they have they had a great impact in realization, promotion, and protection of human rights. In view of the linkage and importance that values play a significant role in the promotion and the realization of human rights, so there are very different concepts which are examined in a brief about the human values. So the concept of value, it is the we will say it is a relationship with the behavioral pattern of the individual in a society, and in general we think of values that are commonly followed by us in day to day life. These values vary from the person to person depending on their experience and circumstances in their growth. And however, there are certain basic values which are common to all. They are like liberty, life, security, freedom and success, security of life, kindness, pain and pleasure. Depending on the circumstances which each person grows up, consider which value is the important to him, but adhering to values which are common to all in the long run, develop a society to establish peace for a progressive all-round development of all the sections of the society. So this will help to live with unity in diversity. So this is the human value. What I have told you now, this is the human value. So, uh, according to many scholars and conceptual, values are beliefs which are subjective in their exercise by each value, and values motivate people to achieve their goals. Value translate time and the territory and develop relation and regulate the behavioral pattern of the individual. So the central aspect of value is scholar identify the basic values and motivate and regulate the behavior of the human beings. So there are some we will see values such as the stimulation creates excitement, novelties and challenges in life, achieving demonstrations and compensations of individual according to the standard of society. There are the values given. After that, the first and very important value in the human value is the dignity, as we all know about this. So dignity is another value that regulates the behavior of individual. Dignity is a relative term with a regulator nature. It prescribes the norms and ethical standards need to be followed and adopted. In the day-to-day interrelationships, individuals are expected to behave with one another in a dignified and honest manner. So this concept dedicates that everyone of us has to exercise due cause and care in our relation without undermining the capacity of other person. Further, it teaches us not to create a situation whether in others and are made to undergo either emotionally, psychological, physical, tense situation or to harm their personality. So since dignity plays a vital role in regulating the human relation and for the furtherance of human rights, especially the basic rights of liberty, equality and freedoms. So the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the UDHR, is on uncertain terms declared that all individuals are equal in the eye of law. All are deserved to be treated with almost respect without harming the dignity of others at all the times. If the person cross the word follow the ethical norms of dignity without any deviance, the realization of the right will be easy. The fundamental norms applies to individual and state to follow which strict adherence in the modern context through a number of conventions, convents and declarations have been adopted in the international arena and to promote human right to concept of dignity. The lack of adherence by individual and nation states brought in untold sorrow the miseries of mankind. The non-adherence of ethical values, especially in the indecent behavior of individuals at times, posing a number of problems in contemporary areas. This in turn has an effect by a promotional and realization of human rights. So this is what the dignity says. So what we want with what we want respect from others, so please give that respect for the same. This is the dignity. After that, liberty, the second concept. So liberty is another concept which plays a vital role in promotion of human rights. Liberty is an ancient concept. We have learned about this concept since from the uh, 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 ancient to medieval to contemporary, every period we have learned. Uh, Rousseau, after that John Rawls, after that J.S. Mill, everyone has given a great concept of liberty. So liberty is an ancient concept. This concept has its root in political philosophy. A number of philosophers like Hobbes, Locke, Rousseau, and many more have accumulated liberty in different contexts. It simply In simple terms, liberty means human beings are free to regulate their relations and are able to govern their relation, behave at their own will, and be responsible for their acts. The concept of liberty is centered around responsibility or duty basing on the acts performed by individual. Liberty can be enjoyed or achieved if the acts are bad or performed with an intention to defraud anybody or deprive them of their legal claim. They are not only affect the right of others but also to their own in the long run. So this in turn will have an effect on the realization of their rights. So the concept of liberty is basis for the development of right. According to the Hobbes, every individual is empowered to enjoy their freedoms freely without any interference of any other person in his social contract theory. He argued that this the divine will of kings to regulate the relation and to restrict the freedoms of individual is antithetical to liberty of individual. The enlightenment of liberty by various political and legal philosophers led to a number of political revolutions across the world, we will say. This in turn led to establish democratic society on the basis of liberty of individual to choose their leader. And in as we have said, the contemporary area, this argues the liberty as it is indiscriminate exercise without restrict adherence to duty by individual in their numerous actions against result in bringing miseries to the world in order to resolve the problems and to provide a problem free world. The UN took a number of legal steps for the promotion of human rights. The aim to this act of UN is regulated the behavior of mankind and guide them to discharge their duties to uplift the moral and ethical values. This in turn helps to restore liberty in this true sense and makes individual to be happy for legal and justified action. So this is all about liberty. After that, very important term is equality. We have learned about this. We know we in our day-to-day life we use this term so many times: equality, equality, equality. So equality is another important component of human rights from ancient to modern to, we will say, contemporary to the present day. It is very important. People are fighting to achieve this in terms of its practical application to each situation. In generally, equality proposed to bring all the person into a category and apply the principle of law and justice without any distinctions, how whatsoever it may be among the individual. Equality is relative concept which may be distinguished basing on the number of factors and the enjoyment of rights on an equal footing. The aim to universal declaration of human rights and the constitution of the various countries including the India are to treat all the person on an equal footing without any kind of discrimination. This may be referred to formal equality, whether in that the eye of law are all equal. All people are numerically considered as equal in the eyes of law in providing the amendments or distribution of resources. All may not be considered or treated as equal in reality. This is because of socio-economic, political, cultural condition that prevailed in each society. In order to uplift the people who are not equal on the ground specified above, they need to be given certain concessions and facilities to improve their status and to each the equal status with that of other who are on the high profile. So this is about the equality. After that is justice. As we know what is justice, we also use this word in our day-to-day life. So justice, this term may be defined as righteousness, fair and to be treated on just and equitable ground. Is an important concept which has attracted a number of fields, especially law and philosophy. To achieve absolute justice, scholars have prescribed a number of factors based on the various factors that are relevant to each society, and to fill the gap between unequals and equals. From ancient to modern times, a number of scholars have advocated various theories to achieve the concept of justice. In order to measure the concept of justice, a number of tools are required. To achieve perfect justice, it emphasizes on uh, we'll say concept of justice, concept of equality, morality, and ethics. The aim of the human right is to provide such stable condition to everyone by a state which alone could help to achieve right in a justiciable manner. So according to Plato, we have learned about Plato. He has given just the concept of justice in his very famous book, which is the Republic. So justice being the highest value, and to attain in an individual has to provide with all the necessary condition to realize the right and to discharge his duties towards society. It again lay emphasizes on the actors and the state as well to discharge every single obligations and devotion of duty and respect for the others. So this is all about justice. After that, the unity in diversity. We have we have written an essay on this, as I know. Okay, so in the previous slide we have learned about the Vasudeva Kutumba. What is that? The term itself says that Vasudha Kutumba, that university is diversity. So university in diversity is journal means people of different backgrounds based on their social, economical, political, cultural perspective have to live like a single family. This means the different faith and characters that people possess have to live in a compatible manner under a single legal roof governed by a state. The same is applicable to the people around the world, and the nation nation state learn to live as one community, this being the main aim of international law to establish one world concept. It had given birth to human rights. It aimed to achieve. It has the aspirations of profoundly divided humanity by setting a common standard of norm for all people and all nations. So this is all about the university and diversity. It is very vast. It is very vast concept. The last one is ethics and morals. So ethics and morals are considered as equal concept. So however, this exists a subtle difference between these two. Moral deals with the personal character or an individual. On the other hand, ethics lays its importance on a social system which regulate the code of conduct of a group of individuals. In another words, the moral need to be applied in each society depending on the values that are acceptable by a society. From the perspective of human right, the concept of freedom and liberty being basic principle forms part of moral principle. The concept of justice, equality, and the participation of individual in social cultural aspect of the community are ethical aspects. Accordingly, every human being in society is responsible at all times to strive to achieve human rights and moral or ethics subject of the society. So this is all about the ethics of human values. The terms like dignity, equality, justice, moral, ethics, unity in diversity, we have learned. We have learned about this. So thank you, students. Thank you.